Good afternoon. It is an afternoon stream today, and it's Friday. I have coffee, and if you've ever wondered what my username is all about, then this mug kind of shows you. There is this crazy 5 roundabout in Swindon called the Magic Roundabout, and that is my hometown, and therefore I am proud of our traffic management. Here we are. Today we are going to continue looking through the WordPress Gutenberg block editor plugin releases. We are up to version 8 of the plugin. Yesterday, version 8.5 was released. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we did one of these every day next week, we should be up to date. Whether or not that will happen, who knows? But we can try. So we will want the GitHub release notes for this version. We will want the WP Tavern post for, that's 8.1. This is 8. So we'll open that up. And we will want to go to our test site, and we will want to WP plugin update. This is using WordPress command line tool, WP CLI, to update the plugin to version 8.0.0. This is probably the easiest way I know. If you've got access to WP CLI, then this is probably the easiest way I know of installing a specific version of a plugin, but you do also have to specify which plugin it is you want to install a specific version of. So let's do that. Slightly better. So that should be done. Here we are not logged in. I will be right back. I don't want you to see all of my logins, passwords, security arrangements. Do have to be careful when you're streaming. Don't give away all of your secrets. And there we are. Let's go check plugin version. Yeah, we can update that. Have iThemes Security Pro installed just in case you do find out where this site is and try and do anything crazy to try and break it. Not that it's worth hacking into. I mean, you get my email address and some randomly generated password. If you want that, you can have that. Gutenberg is at 8.0. It wants us to update to 8.5.1. Gosh, they pushed an 8.5.1 out quickly after 8.5. That was exciting. And we're at version 8, which is where we want to be. There wasn't an 8.0.1 or anything, so there's no other updating to do. So let's go see, let's look at the release notes in GitHub first today. Add subscript and superscript formatting options. Ooh, that's exciting. This is a v8.0 post. Superscript, like when you want to do, what do you do with superscript? A trademark TM. Cool. And subscript will presumably do that. No. Oh, I didn't highlight anything. Subscript. Is that now? But oh, I've got both turned on and it sits in the middle. Surely you shouldn't be able to do both of these at the same time. How far in? Well, we're 6 minutes in and we found an issue. You shouldn't be able to do both of those at the same time. That's ridiculous. Right. So those work. That's cool. Move the block patterns UI to the inserter. Ooh, so block patterns, which we've explored in the last few streams, which you can find on my YouTube. They are block patterns are preset blocks of groups that are going to really throw up in the air how people, particularly theme authors, I think, use or make use of the block editor. So that's in the inserter now, did they say? Patterns is on a separate tab. So this has now been like, this was, I believe, so much user interface, isn't there? I want my sidebar back, and I'm never sure if it's the cog or the dots. It's the cog. So I think patterns used to be in here actually. They were, oh, this has all been revamped as well, I think. Gosh, it's Friday. My brain is slow. Hang on a moment. So I think buttons used to be what was called a sidebar plugin. So you could add stuff into here, presumably. And block pattern inserter was in there. But now you can just insert a pattern from here. I wonder if there's any new patterns. Still really slow to load everything in here. It possibly is like auto-generating previews on the fly. I'm not sure what it's doing, but it may well be that it's actually doing some clever like rendering thing to render those on the fly, those little previews. So that's cool. Can we search for patterns then? So what's that crazy one at the bottom? Are these inspectable? If they're previews, no, they are just images, aren't they? It's an iframe. Whoa. But that iframe is empty. Hang on. Crazy times. How do I, let's go over here. This. Inspect that. This is an iframe. That's kind of insane. Is that super clever? What's the source is about blank? Huh? What? HTML? Well, there's no HTML in it? What on earth is going on in this little preview? Has it actually like body, head, HTML? How can the source of an iframe be about blank? That's very odd. Well, who knows what's going on there. I suppose the other thing we could do is we could look at network tab when we load the inserter. See if it's making loads of requests and what those requests are like. So if I do this and then go patterns, perhaps they're all preloaded now because perhaps they're all cached. Well, anyway, we got sidetracked doing interesting how does Gutenberg work stuff. Where was I? So can we search for patterns? Was the question. It's time. So the pattern is it's no. So we can only search for blocks. We don't get patterns in the search results, but I do think we will get oh, come on, brain. I do think we will get blocks from the block directory. Is that what they're calling it? In here, if we edit them. Okay, so that is, yes, they have moved the block patterns UI to the inserter. That's kind of cool. Improve layout and usability of code editor. Yeah, we'll take their word for that. Add inserter previews to more blocks. So that's just this stuff going on. These little pop-ups on the right. Again, I don't know how they work. Performance improvements, import from individual. Yeah, oh, we're not too worried about those. Allow title and button-based appender to inherit styles. Button-based appender to inherit styles. What does that mean? Excuse me. Button-based appender. This add a block thing is just so annoying. When you're allowed to add a block using the little button that used to pop up here, seems almost totally random to me. There it is, look. So I can't add between these blocks now, but if I've got an empty block, I can add another one. But I can't. Oh, that's because I added a group block. But I can't now add between. I can only add at the end of. And if I have no blocks at all, oops. How do I delete the group if there's nothing in it? Go on. There's a question. How do I delete the group if there's nothing in it? Group. There we go. So that you can't select things again. I was expecting at least to be able to get to the breadcrumb at the bottom, but I can't even do that. So got to go, group, remove block. They should just get me to test every release because I'm sure I find everything that's wrong. Remove block, and then there's nothing here. So I've got an inserter now. Okay, that inserter is always messed up. Output float clearing for all center blocks. Interesting. Update welcome guide illustrations. New APIs, bug fixes. So not much in here. Experiments. Add an experimental user editor feature hook. Navigation page menu. Yeah, okay. Edit site. Add current theme to template switcher. So this is to do with full site editing, which if you have the Gutenberg plugin installed, you get an extra Gutenberg menu. You can go to experiments. Let's just save my version 8 post draft. So you can go to experiments when you have the Gutenberg plugin, and you can turn on all the experiments. So if you turn on full site editing and save that, you then got a site editor. You can enter this, and this is where all the full site editing work is happening. This is going to dramatically change how people build themes and use WordPress in future. So it's worth keeping an eye on. Add current theme to template switcher. Is that this thing? Current theme. So that's just showing us the current theme down there. Oh, with a little preview too. Very nice. Declare attributes of yeah. I'm avoiding sort of developer-y API type stuff. Just working out what's going on from a user point of view in Gutenberg. Update end-to-end test, blah, blah, blah. Add preview options component, don't know what that is. Improve template parts resolution and saving behavior. So they recently did, so the way this works is I can edit my front page template. I can edit my single template. Gosh, those have all got little previews as well. That is kind of smart. And then I can edit template parts. So in here, no, in my front page, I have this header template part. So I guess because it's a block editor, you can add stuff. And do we have template parts in here for full site editing? just search for part and see what we get. Template part, and then I can add the slug. So I can add a part, any template part from a template theme. I got the header from 2020, but that's actually been kind of customized using the full site editor, has it? Yes, so I can edit that's the header template part. The UI didn't quite update there, which was interesting. So I can create a load of parts and then use those parts to build up the templates for my site. Good. Support REST API meta queries, add extra validation when loading template parts. Yeah, so it's just a load of kind of background stuff here, really. That's good. What did Justin say? Did I miss anything? This is the WordPress Tavern post for the version 8 release. Updated the welcome box illustrations, some background stuff, clears center blocks properly, updated block and pattern inserter. Right now the experience is a 2 steps forward, 1 step back deal. The inserter's behavior has improved and it's great to see patterns merged into it. However, all blocks and patterns are within long lists that require scrolling to dig through. Yeah, and they load really slowly. Block categories are no longer tabbed, which is a regression, but this should be resolved soon enough. Merging patterns into the inserter is an ongoing process. So that's probably why things like search aren't working with patterns. Following are some key items that need to be addressed. Patterns should be categorized. The block search box should switch to a pattern search box when viewing patterns. Yes. So that's a search thing. Pattern titles should be reintroduced to the interface. Oh, they've been removed. Strange. And again, this is beta stuff. So we're using the plugin, we're using like the in development version of Gutenberg. So things aren't right and will continue to improve. And the team are doing a great job. There are bits of it that kind of come and go and get better and get worse. That's the 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That happens with in development software. So here is subscript and superscript that we saw. Improved code editor that I didn't play with. We'll trust them on that. And that's all. So that is version 8. Let's go see what was in 8.1 so we can know what to expect next time. 8.1.0. Cheers. .1.0. Come on. It is definitely Friday. My brain is very slow. So pattern search comes in. That's good. Testimonials block pattern. Interesting. New transforms. Wonder what that is. Add copy action to blocks. Yeah, cool. Right, block patterns in PHP. Oh, that's interesting. So they were coded as JSON or something before, I imagine, and now they're in PHP. That'll be interesting to read the write-up on the Tavern because that'll cover off. You could click on this and go and look at the pull request and all the changes in GitHub, but that's going to take a while to figure out. It's copy and pasting stuff. Add black and white color options to the default color palette. You'd think they would. Nice. Ooh, loads of little enhancements and experimental. Some undo in the full site editing. Don't know what these things are. There's lots of progress on the site editor. Nice. So that's coming up in 8.1. I'm going to not stream over the weekend because that's family time. Yeah. Thanks for joining me this week. If you did, watching replays, if you want more of this, then I do live on Twitch as _Magic Roundabout. Magic Roundabout. That's very small on your screen, I imagine. And yeah, they're on YouTube, and I'm on Twitter as just @Magic Roundabout as well. Come find me, learn how Gutenberg is progressing, and yeah, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye.